To start out tonight, guys, I'm gonna go drastic. I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna bother a lot of you watching. If you've not made a single dollar from a business idea or whatever hustle you're working on right now, could be an AI business, could be still an old school drop shipping business, then I would say you don't have a business. You just have a hobby that stresses you out.
You're gonna hurt their feelings, man. You hurt my feelings.
Yeah, good. It's because at the end of the day, and I think I've heard Andrew Tate say this, feelings don't pay your rent. They don't pay your bills. And I'm tired of watching talented people, really, and I've met a lot of them that are out there using their time on skills that are worth thousands, except they don't actually push them out there. They don't pull them and post them on a site, right? And make money. Just put them in front of people that would give them money because they think they need the perfect website, logo, LLC, or 10,000 followers.
Yeah, you're right. I've seen it all the time, seen it myself before as well. It's super prevalent.
Welcome back to the Ascended Podcast. I'm here with my guy,
Anthony Para.
There we go. And tonight we're going to get into something that I think everybody needs to hear. We're talking about why most of you, just like I said, aren't making money yet. How AI just eliminated every excuse you just had before today and what you can literally do about it tonight. Because I'm not just going to make fun of you and myself. I'm going to give us the answer. Not next month, tonight.
Yeah, we're not holding back on this one. We've been building, spending a lot of time. We've been watching, we've been talking to people, and there's definitely a pattern we've noticed, and we're going to call it out tonight.
Let's get into it. Here's what happened. And I don't really think people understand how big this is. 2 years ago, maybe even like 18 months ago, if you wanted to offer like a service, right? If you want to sell something online like copywriting, web design, marketing strategy, you had to actually be that thing, right? Years of practice. You need a portfolio, the website, the testimonials, right? Clients under your belt, all of that.
Yeah, it's a real barrier there was.
It's a massive barrier, right? And that barrier kept a lot of people from getting in. I remember like the gurus, right? Like Iman Gadzhi or Alex Hormozi would spend like countless hours talking about how to build that personal brand and how to get out the door. But here's what's changed since, 18 months ago. AI came out and didn't just lower the barrier to it, it deleted it. Like the skill set you need is absolutely gone from requiring it to be in your inventory. If you can think clearly, if you can just communicate what you want and use AI and the tools properly, you can produce work that could take down a corporation, work that rivals people probably charging $5,000, $10,000.
Yeah, I mean, even just within the community, I've seen it firsthand. People who 6 months ago didn't even know what a landing page was for a website, how to build one. And now they're building full conversion funnels with AI, and it's the wild part is they actually look pretty clean.
It looks awesome, yeah. So the skills gap closed. Like you didn't have to go to college even to start a business in copywriting, right? Or sales or advertising. And that's why the college degree, in my opinion, is losing its value very quickly, right? If you and I didn't have our college covered, I don't even know if I would have gone at this point. It's incredible too, right? And that's the word for it, because there's a problem with it though. Like, here's the thing that keeps me up at night. The gap did close, right? And most people that are listening or just gonna watch this clip are standing on the same side of the closure. They learn the tools, they watched YouTube videos, they can do the work, but you guys just aren't getting paid for it.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
I would say because nobody learned how to sell it. We teach people the tools all day. Here's how to use ChatGPT, Claude Code, right? Here's how to use Midjourney to make videos and images. Here's how to build automations. Cool, but nobody's saying, okay, go list that as a service and charge $500 for it. That conversation where the money enters your bank, the whole point of business, that's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could compare it to like giving someone a hammer, some lumber, and then never telling them that they could build houses for people and get paid for that.
Yeah. And that's what tonight's about, guys. We're closing the last gap, the gap that really is what matters. The gap between I can do this and I'm getting paid for this.
So let's make this practical though. Just that's the way I think about things. If someone's listening right now and they're saying something like, all right, I'm in, what do I actually offer? Where does that person start?
I'm gonna give you 5 things. And I'm being specific, guys, on purpose because I don't want people overthinking this. Number 1, you should have, and it's so easy to make tonight, an AI-powered landing page. You have to, right? Because businesses need these constantly. You can build a high converting landing page that's pretty clean, right? In about 2 to 3 hours or less using AI tools. charge probably $300 to $800, right? If it's an old boomer that doesn't even know what AI is, depending on the complexity. And it's really that simple.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's that simple, but the quality is also genuinely pretty good now. It didn't used to be, but AI has come a long way since it's kind of first incepted. We're not even talking about some janky template either here.
Yeah, not at all. If you guys need a website, for example, Canva, I think Canva's AI can do it very, like almost free. I think they give you a trial. Lovable, Lovable is great. You just type in literally make me a fitness tracker and it'll literally use AI and make it in 2 minutes, right? It's awesome. But that's one of the best places you guys can start. Make websites, hit up people that are 40, 50 with businesses that have, the old, I don't even know what those are called. WordPress websites, right? That haven't seen the light of day since 2015, maybe. And just get them up to speed and they'll pay you 100, $200. Number two, I would say is out of the five is social media packages. You'll see these on like Fiverr, right? I'll create 30 days of content for your brands, the captions, the graphics, the strategy. You guys can knock that out with AI assistance in a day, most likely, a couple prompts. Charge like $200 to $500 recurring and keep them as a client.
Yeah, for that model specifically, recurring would be the key. That's not a one-time gig. That's as a client.
Yeah, and if you guys can build a retainer, that's the escape from your normal job. If you have a dependency by 10 people on you for $500, that's $5 grand, and that's for a lot of you more than you're making at your job, and you can walk away and be 24/7 on this. Number three is pitch deck design. I know it's kind of specific, right? But it's very important. And I would say it's one of the more undersaturated markets because every founder, including myself, right, we need a deck. If we're going to go talk to somebody, if I'm going to promote Nova, right, and I need to talk to people for money, most founders are terrible at making them by hand. We spend our time sending emails, talking to the team, not really being a good graphic designer. You can use AI to structure the narrative, design the slides, and for these, I would say charge $400 to about $1,000 if the CEO is really, big and you're connected with them. Number four, I would probably say with that, email marketing, because if you're a founder just like me, and this was in my plans, right? But I think it's relevant to mention. I send a lot of emails, right? You and I are going back and forth with like developer teams every day, right, Anthony? And so having the availability to not just like handle emails, but also expand outwards and bring people in as clients. An email can be duplicated thousands of times to different people, and nobody sees, the same thing that the other person sees. It's all a one-to-one connection, right? Like shaking somebody's hand. Send welcome sequences, and then nurture flows, campaign strategy. Businesses are desperate for this. And I can tell you, ChatGPT could write that campaign tonight. All you got to do is ask it for an onboarding flow for a business, and you can give that to somebody for $200. I would probably charge though $300 to probably $1,500, right, depending on the scope, and that can be monthly too.
Those are all pretty sweet ideas. I'm curious though, what about number five?
Yes, number four was the email marketing setup. Number five, I'm going to give that to workflow automations. This is probably the sleeper out there. So setting up CRMs, if you guys don't know, that's like Salesforce. It's called a customer relationship management software. It's where you can basically imagine a Google spreadsheet, but for all your clients. So you can see their contact info, how far along they are, how close they are to buying. It's basically a big player card on all your clients, right? You can connect tools for them to that. You can build automations on Zapier, right, that save businesses 10, 20 hours a week, such as, right, if they complete this Google form, you could have it trigger an automated email sequence, which then triggers, a text message series and all this stuff. If you can learn Make, Make, or Zapier, or another similar website, it's called N8N. AI can literally walk you through how all of this works. You don't even need coding experience. And you can literally, for this one, charge $500 to $2,000 per setup. And businesses will pay it happily. I will pay it happily if it's good enough, right? Because you're saving us time, which is saving them money. And you're building out the backbone and the core of the business.
Yeah. So you think all five of these somebody could realistically learn and list, say, within a week?
Yeah, within a day, if you guys are locked in, if you're listening right now, tonight even. The tools are there. The demand is 100% there for you. The only thing that is really missing from making money with any of those, especially the amount I said, is just putting your hand up and saying like, I do this, being confident. Half you guys can't do that. You just got to say, this is my price. Let's go. And then, no, not to be, brash or anything, but put your nuts on the table, offer that on the marketplace, and tell somebody why you're worth it. That's the hard but easy part.
Yeah. I think this is where I want to get into something additionally. Because I already know what people are thinking, because that's what I am thinking is, I mean, that's cool. I can offer these services. I could learn them in a day if I really locked in, as you said. But the problem in my mind would be who's going to buy. I mean, nobody knows me. I don't have an audience. I don't have a brand, right? I mean, it's kind of the mental block at this point, I would say.
And a lot of times, right, that is the trap. You're like, it's great, I can go make money with this skill, but then how do I actually get people to buy it? Where are these people living? Like, if it's so easy, how do I go get the money, right? That's what everyone tells you the first part. Like Iman Gadji, again, I love the guy, but like half his videos are just started AI copywriting business and you can make $3,000 this week. But he never tells you the important part, which is where, right? I need to tell you that, and I need to explain why too. Like the advice that everyone just gives you is build your audience first. Start a personal brand. Guys, it takes years to do that. That's not the first step of making money. The first step is make money, then grow your personal brand a little, make a little more money, and then just keep cycling that. But you gotta just bring in cash. It takes, right, 6 months to post enough content to even grow your following to maybe get one interested buyer. It's just, that's the conventional wisdom that drags you down.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. That's what everybody said to me when I was starting to.
Right, and it's backwards. Like, it's completely backwards. Here's what actually happens, right, when you follow that advice. You spend probably 6 months posting. I know this, right? You're creating content every single day, and you're just trying to automate it, speed it up, and you're just like, it feels like you're just vomiting out content, trying to really go viral, trying to just grow a couple followers. Maybe you get lucky and you grow to a few thousand followers. Maybe 2,000 if you're good. Like, what's the conversion rate on that? 1 to 2%. So maybe you've got like 10 to 20 potential customers, and that's after 6 months of hard work every day.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great when you put it like that.
Yeah, and or you have the other option, right? Just hear me out. You can skip that. And again, I've done more than 6 months of just content every day. I've done over probably 2 years of content without money, and it sucks. But today, what you can do tonight, if you actually follow my advice, you can list your service, you deliver great work to one person, you get a 5-star review, and now, because you have the proof, you have something that no amount of followers can give you. Verified, real proof that you are a G and you get the work done that you say you will.
Yeah, so you're saying the review then would be more valuable than the following.
Yes, Iman Gadji, if you're watching my video, you were right about that. Like, it's not about building your personal brand first. It's about showing why you're the guy or the gal, right? I'm saying that the 5-star review is probably worth more than like 10,000 followers, gladly, right? And I'll die on that hill, because when somebody's about to spend half a grand, right, on a service, they're not checking your TikTok follower account. That's so minimal in the process. They're checking, is this person legit? Can they actually deliver? Have they delivered? And what did their last client say? Was their work worth it, or are they just kind of all talk? That's what I check.
Yeah, I mean, think about like when you go to buy something on Amazon, you don't really care how many, you probably don't even know or wouldn't even think to look at how many Instagram followers the seller has. You just look at the reviews. Usually I just go straight there.
Yeah, and that's literally the exact same thing. How many of you guys literally go on Amazon and just only look for the stars? Right? I look for the 4.8 out of 5. That's the number one thing I'm checking, other than like the price, right? And sometimes the price is secondary if the reviews are so drastic, right? That's what gets you to buy the good stuff. The marketplace is your credibility. Do people like you? It's a social thing. Your reviews are your brand. It doesn't matter how much money you spend on ads if nobody trusts the product you're selling. And the beautiful fucking thing here is, once you have that first client, the one person, the first review, the first delivery, and I know this, right, from doing consulting work, just landing one person, now you have content. You have real content, not like day 43 of my journey, right? The actual, I just delivered this $500 consulting project. Here's the before, here's the after. That's what goes viral. That's what makes people DM you on Instagram or whatever platform.
Yeah, so the order then is get paid, get the review, then create content about it.
Yes, revenue creates content, right? It's not content creates revenue. Revenue gives you the tools to make more content. Content should come by being good at your job first. Actually, before I finish this point, have you ever seen those videos of like the I'm thinking of the people that like go, wash and detail cars. You ever seen those videos?
Yeah.
I would hire those people, like the ones that are good that show like the shampooing, like the inside of my car. I really need to wash my car right now. So it's like, if I saw videos of that, it's pretty damn hard to deny that that person is good at cleaning your car. If they only were able to sell me because they had a car to work on. But you guys don't even have to get the sale if you want. If you can just show you doing the work and delivering something, right? If it's just your buddy's car, or if you're just writing copy for your friend's website, that's all you need half the time. Content doesn't create revenue. It does not like that at the beginning. You have to flip the order and just deliver something and show people that this is what you care about. And then everything changes.
So let's get real for a sec, if you don't mind. Can we get real?
Yeah. Yep.
We keep saying like just list it, just do it, but I've personally been in that place where you have skills, people would pay for them, and for some reason, you just don't. And I don't know if it's necessarily laziness. I think people here just do it, and they think we're calling them lazy, and that's not really what it is.
No,
Would you agree?
I wouldn't either. No.
Yeah, I'd say it's more just fear. It's just straight up fear. Like, what if I put myself out there and nobody buys? What if someone buys and I can't deliver? What if I'm not as good as I think I am? And that voice gets pretty loud a lot of times, and it's real. So, what do you think about that situation?
Real shit. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you. Because I'll be honest, guys. Like, I felt that, and I felt that building this platform, building like Altura in general. It makes me kind of emotional. There's like nights where I was looking at everything that we've been working on and thinking like, what if we did all this and then nobody uses it? Like just the loss of like not only the potential, but just like the sadness you feel from having that dream crushed hurts. What if we build this marketplace and it's like empty? The fear doesn't just apply to like freelancers, right? The people washing cars. It applies to every single person that does anything meaningful. Like even just like I just watched the Olympics, right? What if Alyssa Liu or whatever who won the women's figure skating, right? What if she put all that work in and then she like ate shit on the ice? Like all that work, it's kind of like the potential that hurts when you fail a business more than the actual rejection itself. It's like, dang, I thought I had it there. That's tough, right?
Yeah. So how do you push through it then?
Great question. You're being an A plus consultee right now. You don't push through it. That's my answer. You don't wait for the worry to go away because it doesn't. You have to move with it. And that's actually a sign that you're in the right spot. You accept that the fear of maybe losing of everything you've worked for is there and you list it anyway. You accept that like it's not going to work. It could not work, right? And you try anyway. Because people don't do the math, right? They don't calculate like what's the actual downside of this. Like nobody buys, you lose what? Like maybe 20 minutes of your time, maybe even a couple weeks of your time. But you know what's that's better than spending 2 weeks playing Fortnite most of the time, right? But the best case is someone buys, you deliver, and then they leave a review, and then it all goes uphill from there. It spirals upwards. They refer somebody else, and now you have an income stream from a skill that you already had or that AI gave to you.
Yeah. Yeah. The risk is 20 minutes. The upside is a career.
Yeah, and the thing that really hurts too, like the thing that'll eat you at 3 a.m., like I said, it's not failure. It's just knowing that you could have done it and then you didn't. It's the fear of putting yourself out there. That's temporary, right? That's the real underlying sense is that you never tried and you never really tried hard enough to give it the space it needed to survive, right? It's kind of like I don't even know, right? I don't even know an acronym. It's kind of like raising a child, right? It's like being you always regret, like maybe if you're a parent, right? Like not doing enough for it. But I always wish I could have done a little more. I could have done a little bit better, right? On X, Y, Z. The people that are too hard on themselves. But what's worse is just like never trying from the beginning, right? That stays with you and it eats at you every day.
Yeah, it's like the adage of you gotta choose between the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. It's a heavy thing to sit with, when you're a person that's been living through some pain of regret.
It's true. I mean, and I'd rather have that conversation now with anybody and make somebody uncomfortable, like sitting here listening to this, than watch you guys be in the exact same spot a year from now. Cause that hurts so much more. I can tell you that.
Yeah, yeah. So let's talk about the how then, because someone listening might be saying something like, okay, I'm ready. Where do I go? Do I just DM people? Do I post on Twitter? Do I make a Fiverr, Upwork? LinkedIn account? What's the move?
I hate Twitter because they'd be banning us for 2 posts in one day. Oh my God. I don't want to even talk about that. So here's the thing though, guys. And obviously I'm biased, right? Because we built this. But the reason that we built Altura's marketplace, again, Altura, Altura Society.com. We have a marketplace on there, and it's basically Fiverr, Upwork, or even Facebook Marketplace, right? For services and things you can buy. It's kind of specifically for this problem because listing a service on Fiverr or Upwork, right? You're competing with like a million other people. Half of them are from like countries where $5 is like basically a whole day's salary. And so they can undercut you and probably deliver equal quality work all day. And you're never going to sell anything for enough money where it really means something, right? And you're paying 20% of that money anyway in fees. You make 50 bucks, you're left with 40 instantly just because of the fees on every dollar that you earn.
That's so insane to think about. I mean, if you do awesome work, you charge $1,000. Like just because you list it on that platform, you lost $200.
Yeah, 200 bucks. Like for what? For being in a search result next to like 1,000 other people. We charge 5%. One hand. See, one hand. I don't need 4 hands, right? The same $1,000 project, you keep $950. And you're not competing with the entire internet. You're in a curated community of business owners and people that need your service who actually buy services from each other.
Yeah. Another feature too that's huge would be the escrow thing. Because I think one of the fears, especially when you're new, to offering your services to people is like, what if I do the work and they don't pay? And from the buyer side too, what if I pay and they don't deliver?
Right. Yep. So escrow, guys, it solves both sides. When somebody buys your service, what it means is we hold on to the money, right? We're like the bank. So they pay the money to us. We keep it. You do the work. You deliver. The client checks it. They're happy with it. Both sides are happy. And then the money releases out to you. Nobody gets scammed. There's no like crazy resolution cases we need to chase down. Nobody's getting ghosted. It's not like Craigslist. You're not meeting anybody in a parking lot. It's protected.
Yeah, it's like having a business manager from day one without paying for one.
Yeah, or one that's gonna like require you also pay for their travel expenses to come out and hold the money in a briefcase for you. And I think what makes that so different than just like doing business in Instagram DMs, right? A lot of people I closed my first deal there, or sending invoices over Venmo is there's no paper trail there, right? You can't take that to Facebook and be like, hey, can you protect my purchase that I wired, this guy money through my bank? They don't give a damn. There's no reviews, right? Here, everything is documented. You're building a reputation every single time you have a transaction. Every review that your business gets, even if you started it tonight, you can start getting reviews and that compounds. It's like a credit score for your skills that only really should go up.
I like that, a credit score for your skills. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so let's zoom out for a second. I think some people might be hearing this and then thinking, okay, this is a marketplace pitch, but it's got to be bigger than that, right?
Yeah, 100%, way bigger. Look, what we're talking about right now is kind of a shift in general in how business gets done. Right now, if you guys are like a solopreneur, a solo founder, that's the question, right? Where do you go? LinkedIn? I mean, cool, right? You can connect with people, but you can't send money. You can't get stuff paid for and done. And that network then is in a whole different spot from maybe like Instagram or Upwork, right? You have to move the business off platform. It sucks, really. It really just sucks. You can't hire somebody, you can't pay them securely, you can't get stuff done, leave a review all in the same spot. LinkedIn is like a resume database. That's really it. It's like Facebook for business. It's not really a place where business happens.
Yeah, it's like networking without the work.
Yeah. Exactly. And then you have like Slack, right, which is like a communication channel, or Discord. Those are great for like talking in groups, but there's no economic incentive driving it. People chat, they share like tips, and then the community slowly dies because there's nothing holding it together. And then Discord is just like a gamer community, so nobody takes you seriously anyway. We've tried that.
There's no skin in the game, really.
And what holds the community together in my mind, it's not like vibes. It's not looking like your stuff's together. It's value exchange. It's, can you, like I said, put your nuts on the table and say you have what it takes to get the job done. It's people actually doing business with each other. Is that so hard to understand? That's what creates loyalty. It's what creates the reason to come back. It's not like some motivational post, right? A transaction. I don't care if you're like liking and reposting a bunch of consulting videos. Have you consulted somebody? And can you build like a relationship built on your work delivered, not the hypotheticals?
So in practice, the marketplace isn't just a feature, it's the thing that makes the whole community actually work.
It is like the engine in the car. Everything else, we have a networking side like Tinder, right? Where you get matched with co-founders, partners, investors, clients, and you can sort them into lists just by swiping. We have the conversations, we have a live chat, DMs like Instagram you can hop in. We have live events. All of that stuff is crazy, including what we're going to do in the real world in 2026 and beyond. But the thing that like separates a community from a community that fades is people making money together. And that's probably it. So I'm going to leave you guys with this challenge with that said. And I'm not asking you guys to think about it. I'm not asking you to consider it. I'm asking you to do it tonight because I have your best interests in mind. Given everything I've wasted my time talking about here, that, I mean, is valuable.
Yeah, do it tonight.
So, okay, before you go to bed, go to the Altura marketplace. And before I get further, here it is on the screen, alturasociety.com. Just pick one skill, the thing that people always ask you for help with. Maybe it's just checking their homework, right? Maybe it's writing an email campaign. Maybe it's designing a website. The thing that you could do with AI's help better than most people, and that they'll take for granted usually. Set the price, don't overthink it. You can always just adjust it, later, right? Write a clear description of what somebody gets and just hit the post button. It takes probably 2 minutes, right? You've done it, Anthony.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
Really,
Yeah.
I don't even nothing to add there.
It's the whole move. And it's probably 2 to 5 minutes, right? And when you do it, share it, like post it, tag us. I want to see it personally and I will respond. And more importantly, right, I want to help you guys get that first client. We're putting our money from the fees we're making, right, the small 5% fee, we're putting that into Google ads. We're putting that into social media ads. We're going to advertise your business for you. All you got to do is list your service and we will get you people to do it. And AI is going to make sure that people come in. And we're basically here to help you in the long run, make sure you win. That's what's most important.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're someone who's in the group of people that's kind of on the fence, this is your sign. Like we can sit here and plan and strategize and vision board forever, like most of your competition out there is doing, or you can just do the one thing.
You can do the one thing. Yeah. I love that. Stop building, start billing. That's the title of this episode. I appreciate it, guys.
You're usually the one who ends out here, but it's ended podcast.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. We're rooting for you, and we're here to answer all your questions in alturasociety.com, down here at the bottom of the screen. We'd love to have you inside. It's free. And if you have anything for us, you want to make money tonight selling your service or just making content from this podcast, that's where you go. Get ready for Nova's release next week on the App Store with the AI that actually can help you deliver the service. It's agentic. You just tell it, make a website and send it to this client on Wix with a link. And that is the goal. And it can deliver that for you. That is what you can get by joining our ecosystem, exploring our products, and being a proud member of the Altura space. I hope you guys have the best night. Peace. We'll see you next time.